coming back to the main thing about today's video is what to do and what not to do during your internship. The first thing, if you are intern and you are in September of 2024 and you are planning on giving NEET 2025, till now you should have all your 19 subjects notes ready. You have 19 subjects, right? Yeah, I forgot. So you have 19 subjects, and those can be divided into 4 parts. One is the short, intermediate, long, and integrated. So why integrated approach is important? Because everybody knows. So what all includes in your short subject? This is what I use them as, short and long. This varies from person to person. If you think that some subject is short for that person, it will be a long subject for you. So my short subjects were dermatology, anesthesia, then psychiatry, radio, ortho. Along with that, ENT, FMT, and gynac. Yeah, so I had separated OBGY, may say OBS and gynac, both things differently. So these were my short subjects. Then in my intermediate subjects, I had put opthal, anatomy, biochemistry, micro, and peds. And in the long subjects, I had surgery, PSM, and OB, obstetrics, only obstetrics. And in my integrated subjects, there was obviously physio, pharmac, pathology, and your medicine, favorite medicine. So medicine is vast. Same as pharmacology and same as pathology. So basically pharmacology is like your biology. Why? Because every day you have to go and revisit that subject at least 1 or 2 pages, or it depends on you. But this I did in the last 2 months of my preparation. I will talk about me. So let's say I am an ideal intern candidate. So I've just passed my MBBS and I am now 6 months into internship. Now I want to start my PG preparation. So what all I should do? You should start your first read, and the best way to start your first read is start the subject or start the specialty you want to do in, and that kind of creates a motivation for a specific time. So next question arises, how much time should we give for each subject? For these short subjects, you need to give yourself maximum 5 to 7 days. So 5 to 7 days first read for these subjects is enough. Second thing is, how do you manage the reads along with working? So what you can do is, when working, so the best thing is to solve MCQs. I know that lots of people think that if I start today and I have not read a single word, how will I solve any MCQs? But trust me, you have passed final year, so at least you will know something. And the best thing about MCQs is that you need not always be correct. Even if you know a subject, and you will mess up in the MCQ. So you have to divide your postings into short postings and major postings. So in your short postings, you can start with a long subject. This is how usually it works. So long subjects, in the sense the long and the intermediate ones, or the integrated ones, you can start, and maximum give 10 to 12 days for the first read of any subject of a long subject. Then next thing is, when you have like heavy postings, like your casualty duties, emergency emergency duties, or like ICU duties, or OBGYN labor days, or whatever is called as long posting in your college. In that time, you can solve MCQs, you can review the MCQs, you can go through quick flip through notes if you have them in the soft copy in your mobile. So that you can do. But if you ask me, can you do like sit and study as a pen paper leke, so it really depends. Lots of people used to study in casualty. Yeah, lots of people used to study from the notes from casualty, but it really depends from person to person. The third point I want to tell you is the Sundays. Not all Sundays you will be working, right? So the non-working Sundays, what you have to do is give GTs. As I told, GTs will play important role. Grand tests are really grand, especially when they increase your score from 10K to 10. Yeah, it's possible, guys. If 92K say 72 is possible, then 10K say 10 rank is also possible. So Sunday to Sunday GT is very important, because Sunday is the time when you will have the whole day, so you can review them there and there, and then you can go back to the weakest subject of your grand test and read the notes. Then the fourth point I want to tell you is that internship will be the best year of your life. So there will always be this slight thing that, okay, I want to actually enjoy my internship, I want to learn, and I want to get to know, I want to really work sincerely. So that's where the first thing comes, if you want to be a good intern, or if you want to be a good rank holder, if you are somebody like me, if you can't do both the things. So I did learn a lot of things during my internship, but that was because I was just continuously working, and thanks to the postponement, I could recover from those sincere hours to studying sincerely. Yeah, so do learn wherever you get to. Observation to hai, like you observe things and you learn quite frankly and quite fast. So you can learn during studying also, but you have to keep a target in mind. Okay, I'll work for these many hours, but I'll study for these many hours. So that will play a very important role. And what kind of what kind of exposure you get in your government setup, that will also depend. Like lots of places, internship may you get to do a lot of interesting things, and lots of procedures you get to do, lots of clinical diagnosis you get to do. So if you're working in a hospital or a government where these things are there, then definitely learn, because actual learning from patients is easier than from notebooks. So especially if you're posted in medicine, to go through their ECGs, to go through x-rays, to go through clinical symptoms of the cases are important for your exam per se. So if a patient, you are sitting in the OPD, and if a patient is coming, try to diagnose the patient rather than looking for the vein or to put IV, yeah, that is the mistake I did. Like during my internship, my only focus on the patient was to search for an IV line. Does he have proper veins? Can I insert अच्छे से, or will I need to prick 2-3 times? So that was my focus as an intern. But you have to remember that you all are doctors also, not just interns. Yes, you can do both the things, learn as well as study, as I've told you already. Then next comes is when to put internship. And as I said, that you have to have this whole because our mind is something, lots of people can't multitask 2 things at a time simultaneously. You need proper schedule for studying. So yeah, if you are working the whole day, you'll sleep for a few hours and you'll have to go back in the morning again to the duty. So it's not like कि morning में काम किया, रात को पढ़ाई करी, and then back morning in the ward working on whatever. So there's always an internship completion date for being eligible for your NEET 2025. So that date doesn't come unless and until the exam date is announced, exam forms are released, and a circular is sent out. So the question of when to put extension, it really depends from the rules, the eligibility criteria, but usually 1 month extension is allowed, 1.5 month extension max to max is allowed. So try to put extension just before your exam period. Like if your exam is in March, try to put your extension January say, because you really don't know how many months of extension will be allowed after your completion for you being eligible. And again, I have seen people who have been working throughout their internship and yet getting a very good rank, like two-digit rank. So it's not really ki internship mein you can't clear, you can clear. So you have to just make sure that you're not putting your extension to such a great limit that your eligibility only doesn't count. So try to avoid that. Try to avoid putting holidays right now, because you really don't know when things will happen. Try to complete all your internship work, like completions and signs, either now, then and there, or after your exam. Don't waste time in going around again and again in the wards to get signs. And the last point I want to tell you is that during your internship, this last 6 months will play a very important role, because in this 6 months, everyone will be starting studying. If you are not even started till date, trust me, you are amongst the majority who have not started, because once you enter internship, it's different from your MBBS. So you have to get used to it, and for getting used to anything, we humans need time. So that time period is till today. And if you even start today, you are not somebody who's out of the race or something like that. In fact, you are entered the race at a very good point. Internship is really important. So is your exam. You have to prioritize and work accordingly. And that's how you can crack your exam, because it's a difficult exam only when you know that you don't know anything. But if you know the tricks and how to utilize your time, how to go about your days, and you have got a grasp on those things, and you have your notes complete, so that way you can crack this in the first attempt, which is your internship attempt as well. So all the best. And if you have any doubts regarding internship or regarding especially BJGMC internship, please do DM me. I am putting my Instagram link also down, and you can leave comments also. I'll reply to them. But make sure you're studying, because it's a race out there. Lots of people have already started studying, the people who are planning to give one more attempt. So you will be competing with them, as I told you. So you have to really buck up and get going. I hope this video was useful, and if you liked it, please do like, share, subscribe, and comment what you want from me the next time. and hopefully if you have any doubts I can solve them. So all the best. Thank you guys.